Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to France. We are live, and the action will be getting underway in just a few moments' time. As always, before we get underway with this week's action, we thought it would be prudent to show you what happened last week. We were in Ravenstein. Let's take a look at the highlights from that event. Very, very close at the moment. No, Bogdan's off! She's out of there! Feoktistova just needs to finish on. It's almost a fall for her. Just keep it together. She hasn't realised it. She probably has now. But as long as she finishes, that's a gold medal for her. Big stumble from Sukarev. Yemov gets off to a good start, and they're very close again. Sukarev started to accelerate. Yemov pulls away. It's going to be so close. Another slip from Yemov. Sukarev got his tool stuck. He's going one-handed. Yemov finishes, and it's a heartbreak as Sukarev goes one-handed to the finish. Yemov takes his third gold medal of the season. She's gotten to the front side of the barrel. Oh no, she's dropped her tool. It's not the fairy tale finish that we were hoping for, but it is a gold medal for Maria Tolokonina. Davai Nikolai, there's the left hand into the Fig 9. There's the right hand, and Nikolai Kuzovlev tops. Nikolai Kuzovlev takes the gold medal. And there is that stunning structure from Ravenstein, Südtirol to Champagny-en-Valois here in France. The Alps have been good to us. Today we have had glorious sunshine and a very long day of competition. Let me introduce myself in this lead semi-finals. My name is Liam Lonsdale. It's my delight and pleasure to be here. As always, we're here for the lead semi-finals, and in a few moments' time, that action will get underway. I'll be commentating alone, but I will have, after pretty much every athlete's climbed, I'll have them in here for a conversation, a quick chat, see what they thought about the route setting, about their climbing, and also how they feel going into tomorrow, whether they've qualified or not. It's no different from usual. We would love for you guys to get in touch with us here, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or any of the channels that are showing this programme. You can get in touch with us in several ways. One is by dropping us a comment in the chat box or in the comment box. The other is by using that all-famous hashtag Uiaa Aiceclimbing. It literally is that easy. You can use that on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, whether you're watching on those channels or not. Use that hashtag in your post and we will see it, and if the Uiaa guys like it, they'll repost it. You can also contact me directly if you have questions, comments, whatever that is. On all the social media platforms you'll find me on @Liam Lonsdale. Very simple. Guys, as always, we want to share this broadcast far and wide. We want to get it shown to as many people as possible, in as many places as possible. It's very easy for you folks to do that. All you have to do is hit those reaction buttons if you're watching Facebook, or you can also hit that share button. By doing that, you're going to put it in front of exponentially more people. And if you're watching on YouTube, again, hit that share button, choose one of the platforms that you'd like to share it on. Maybe you know someone who would enjoy this. You can also include names in the comments too. Ooh, we're almost ready to go. Let's take a look at those start lists. We're going to start with the men's start list tonight. We have, of course, as always, 18 athletes joining us for this lead semi-final. The first athlete will be Kevin Huser of Switzerland. He was our 18th place qualifier today. And as our first athlete, as always, they climb in reverse order. Young-Yun Lee of Korea out second, Vladimir Kartashev of Russia out third, Tristan Ladovon of France out fourth, Artem Bajetsky out fifth for Russia, Alexei Marshallov for Russia out sixth, Luna Ladovon of France out seventh, and after him, Nikolai Primarov out eighth. Ninth is Anton Yemov of Russia, 10th is Dmitry Grebennikov of Russia, 11th is Alexei Dengin of Russia, Young-Hye Kwon of Korea out 12th, Changhyun Lee Korea at 13th, Yannick Glattard of Switzerland at 14th, Mohamed Reza Safdarian for Iran is 15th, Nathan Claire of France 16th, Hyung Park for Korea 17th, and no surprises, our 18th athlete and first place qualifier today is Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev. Little word of advice there, 16 of those 18 athletes tied for first place with two tops on that men's route. So expect a big step up in difficulty in this men's semi-final. Let's look at the women's start list. First out will be the USA's Kendra Stritch, making another lead semi-final. Great to have her back up here, especially after having some problems with one of her boots. Lena van den Berg of Netherlands is out second. Radka Petkova of Bulgaria out third. Laura van Almen of Switzerland fourth. Ima McSwiggan of Ireland fifth. Vivian Labaril of Switzerland sixth. Olga Kozek of Poland seventh. Won Chin Shin of Korea will be out eighth. Ninth will be Valeria Bogdan of Russia. 10th, Petra Klingler of Switzerland. 11th will be Zenab Kobra-Musavi of Iran. Coralie Jarry of France will be our 12th athlete. Marianne Filipova of Russia 13th. Hanare Song of Korea 14th. Marion Thomas of France 15th. Sina Goetz, Switzerland 16th. And then our last two. Enni Bertling qualifying in second place. Amazing work from her. And again, no surprises that Maria Tolokonina of Russia qualifies in first place and climbs 18th. Now, speaking of Maria Tolokonina, last week, Danny Fullerton is one of the guys filming content here on the World Cup circuit. We filmed an interview with Maria Tolokonina, and that's available on YouTube. Don't watch it now. You know, we've got semi-finals to attend to, but do, after the broadcast, have a look on YouTube for the video that we made with Maria Tolokonina. She's one of the greats of the sport. She's been around for pretty much 2 decades now on the competition scene, and yeah, it deserves your time. It's only a few minutes long, and I would highly recommend you guys having a watch. Now we're going to get going with our first athlete, and as mentioned, it will be Switzerland's Kevin Huser. First section of this route is ice, and then you can see the route quickly moves left off that ice onto the plywood element. Moving past his first clip. The men's route has 17 quick draws, including the top. They have 5 minutes to climb that route. The women's route has 10 quick draws, much shorter, 5.5 minutes to climb it. Let's see what Kevin does as he moves up to clip number 4. Touches in on that right tool. Kevin Huser in backhand with that left hand. This is the first time that we've seen these athletes on this route. Of course, with the qualifiers, it was a flash format, so we had videos and as route demonstrations, but with this men's semi-final, all we've had is the chance to have a quick look at the routes beforehand. People tuning in from all over. It's great to have you on board. Russia, France, Korea, Switzerland. We even have people in the USA. Kevin Huser locked in over that right hand. Matches in on the hold with his left hand to give him a little bit more security. Looking at YouTube, we again have Russia. We've got Holland, Poland. We have people all over the USA as well. Great to have everybody in here, and yeah, please do share the broadcast with someone that you think might enjoy it too. Kevin Huser, one of those metal holds with the left tool, reaches up deep, block off the left hand into a Stein with the right, and now you can see he reaches up into the next section of climb at clip number 9, which is a horizontal roof. He's going to place the Stein with the left, cranks the head of the axe against the structure, reaches directly out behind him, just looking for the best placement on this hold. Looks like a tenuous hook, if that is the right place, and he flicks his left leg over the right hand for the figure 9, kicks underneath to release it. Oh, and look at that, brilliant use of the feet there to stop the swing in its tracks, make sure that he doesn't pop off, using that other tool now to match in and just sure himself up as he approaches the next section. He's got 1:35 on the clock. He's just having a little bit of trouble here finding the right position. You can see he's completely inverted, his feet kicked into the underside of that box. As I mentioned, we will be grabbing all of the athletes, or as many of the athletes as we can, straight after their attempts to see how they felt about the route. If you have a question or a comment that you'd like to pass on to those athletes, Kevin included, then please do send it in on Facebook or YouTube, or of course using my direct contact at Liam Lonsdale. Kevin Huser moving leftwards now into the ice, back into another ice section. It's one of the wonderful things about the Champagny competition is that they managed to incorporate both dry tooling and ice, giving it a real mixed feel. Reaches clip 12. And you can see the placements are very clearly marked. Gives the athletes a chance to move a little bit quicker. "22 seconds remaining for Kevin Huser. Looking down at the clock, needs to keep going. Needs to reach a big remove this one. He's got to reach all the way left. He's going to match it on that left tool, take the right hand on that, and then go for the Stein on the left-hand side. But with 5 seconds on the clock, is he going to have time perhaps just to reach it? Does manage to get it inside the timer. You can see he still has several more clips to go. Big traverse at the top, and that is his time up. Great effort from Kevin Huser of Switzerland. No way to know whether or not that's going to be enough for the finals qualification. Only the top 8 men and top 8 women will go through. It's a great effort, but we'll wait and see. We'll have Kevin in here in just a few moments' time. As I said, if you have a question or a comment that you'd like to pass on to Kevin, then send it in. Let's take a quick look at some of these comments. People cheering for Andy Bertling, people cheering for Olga Kozak, people cheering for Kendra Strich. Go Team USA, it's so much fun watching all the competitors. You are not wrong. Next competitor up should be our first female competitor, which will be Kendra Strich. Let's wait and see to make sure that I've got my details right there. And there is Kendra Strich just taking a second to shake out by clip number 4. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock for her, so just under 2 minutes of her time has elapsed already. So the people that we're asking, we can confirm that we're climbing alternately, men then women. They are staggered starts, so the next man will begin climbing imminently. And what we will do here is give you the best of the action as it happens. We'll do our very, very best to make sure we don't miss anything, and if in the case that we do, we'll try and get you action replays of those things. Kendra Strich just reaching up to make clip number 5. Clip made, 2 minutes 57 seconds on the clock. Oh, little pop, but she manages to hold it. Great work from her. Now, I was actually looking down at my information when that happened. If that was her foot that popped, that's very interesting. I do know that her boot stripped, the bolt in the boot stripped, which hasn't enabled her to fix her crampons properly. She's having to apply tape, I believe, unless she's managed to borrow someone's. Perhaps a close-up of that will shed some light on the matter. Top left-hand corner of the screen, his career's Jürgen Lee. Very, very talented, I think. Not quite had the best round in the last 2, but perhaps things will improve for him here in Champagny. Kendra getting a little bit pumped there, but moves up with that right hand. Clip 6, swinging behind her, and she falls there. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Great effort from Kendra Strich. And we should be able to go straight over to Jürgen Lee after these replays. Let's watch that right foot. Yeah, it was the foot that popped. I wonder if it's that crampon that she's had problems with. Very uncharacteristic of a crampon to just pop out of the ice, out of the wall like that. Yeah, it just looked like she was super pumped at that point. Dropped off. 6 clips from 10. Great to see lots of McSwooners tuned in. Let's take a look at Young and Lee.
Good, you want me to know, Scott?
Already at clip number 5. Moves up with that right hand, and he has 3 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. Which is up in that deep lock with the right hand. He's going to take that right deep and look, makes the move with the left. Speed is definitely the name of the game here today, with only 5 minutes for the men and so many clips to make. You see on the structure there how he's advancing towards that roof. Needs to move out horizontally. He'll invert to then traverse that panel and then move to the next section of ice on the opposite side. Places the hook with that left hand straight into the figure 4 with the right leg over that left hand. Oh, look at the movement on that pick, so confident. Matches in with the opposite tool, flicks into the figure 9 over the right, back to the 4 over the left, back to the 9 over the right, just having a little bit of trouble finding the stability that he wants. He's going for a 4 with the left leg this time. Big reach up. Nina van den Berg there of the Netherlands, beginning the women's semi-final route. Clip 11 made for Young Gun Lee. Just over a minute remaining as he enters that next ice section. Really needs to pick up the pace here. There we see Young Gun Lee with 38 seconds on the clock. Big swing out left, misses first time for that Korean hold. Hits it second time and really cranks down on that Stein. He's going to go ahead of Kevin Hooser at this point. If you want to keep up with the results, it's results.theuiaa.org. They're all updated live. And clip 14 made with 10 seconds on the clock. Really found some pace there, and 2-1 times up for him. Great effort from Young Gun Lee, and that puts him into provisional first place. We'll be going straight to Lina van den Berg as quick as possible.
Lina van den Berg qui donc en action et qui elle arrive également dans ce grand dévers de la voie féminine.
Amazing work from Young Gun Lee, moving very quickly through that upper section, managed to gain a lot of ground in very few seconds indeed. And we'll be going straight to Lina van den Berg.
Monsieur Vladimir Kartachev.
Sorry, and thank you so much for your patience. We had a slight technical problem there and had to go very quickly off and on again. We'll try and get you some replay footage of Lena van den Berg. We'll do our very best. But yeah, please do accept our apologies and thank you so much for your patience. Next athlete in the women's competition will be Radka Petkova of Bulgaria. The next competitor in the men's competition will be the Russian speed athlete Vladimir Kartashev. There is Vladimir Kartashev. Russia approaches the base of the route.
L'athlète bulgare Radka Petkova from Bulgaria, next climber in the women's category.
And begins his attempt. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock for Vladimir Kartashev. Much longer than he's used to speed competition. But he's certainly not shabby in the lead either. Many of these athletes training in both disciplines.
Alors vous aurez compris le principe, nous avons les crescendo vers les mieux qualifiés, les plus en forme du moment. Et donc,
reaches up over himself to match in into the high grip with the left hand. Next to the next clip, number 2. That's Radka Petkova of Bulgaria. Any long-term fans will know that Radka has even been on podium back in the day. She's had a couple of bronze medals in Italy and Switzerland. She's back from an extended break to compete again.
Allez, c'est parti pour Radka Petkova. On a donc une Bulgare et un Russe.
Vladimir Kartashev reaches up with the right hand, just misses it first time, hits it second time. Moving up now with 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock into that next hold. Needs to be much faster. We're going to expect to see the athletes moving quicker, the ones that qualify the finals at least. Vladimir Kartashev approaching that next steep section. Kartashev looks behind him for the clock. See how much time he's got left and whether or not he can make it happen. Reaches out behind him for that tricky hold on the hanging box. There's a little bit of trouble there making that clip. Kartashev opts to reach up high before he makes the clip. Maybe he's going to try again. Here he goes. And there is clip 10 for Vladimir Kartashev with 35 seconds on the clock. Big reach here for Kartashev, who's definitely one of the shorter athletes. 20 seconds remaining for him.
She's doing a great job. Come on, Radka. Oh, come on, Vladimir.
Kartashev looks like his energy's running out as the clock runs out, and that is time up for Kartashev.
Une expression de lâche rien prend tout son sens.
Looks like he's not been told that his time's run out. I can see his clock and his time is out. There he is, finished.
Time out, Vladimir. Applaudissements pour eux, s'il vous plaît. Allez, avec Radka jusqu'en haut, on la porte. On est dans les dernières encablures là, il reste.
We're straight on to Radka Petkova now of Bulgaria, who's moving higher through that steep panelled section. Yeah, Kendra Strich there yelling 30 seconds out. Petkova of Bulgaria with 30 seconds or less now, 22 seconds on the clock. Reaches behind her into that inverted. Looks like Stein. Is it a Stein? Yeah, I think it is. Kicks in hard with the feet. You get an idea of how steep that upper panel is as she reaches up and right with the right hand. Clock ticking down with 5 seconds remaining. She places the tool, just misses it. Hits it second time. That's a great effort as she approaches clip number 9. And that's time up for her. But a great effort from Radka Petkova of Bulgaria. Puts her into a provisional first place. We'll wait and see how she fares in those rankings. Next male athlete out will be Tristan Ladevon. The next female athlete, Laura von Almen of Switzerland.
Von der Seite und von der Seite.
Donc vous avez reconnu la tenue officielle de l'équipe de France sur blouson orange avec le drapeau bleu blanc rouge dans le dos. Et bien, c'est celui-là même que nous allons voir apparaître du côté des hommes d'ici quelques instants.
Untied there as we wait for our next male athlete to join us. As I mentioned just a few months ago, it will be Tristan Ladevon of France.
Elle l'a caché sous une première couche bleue.
There he is. This week's interview is with the Ladevon brothers. It's being worked on as we speak. Be ready for tomorrow's finals broadcast. You'll be able to watch that replay online on the YouTube channel for the UIAA. Maria Siliconina's interview is already on live on YouTube, and I would highly recommend taking a look at that. Once this broadcast finished, it's a really beautiful short portrait of one of the great athletes on this circuit.
Bon, entre deux grimpeurs qui s'élancent, c'est toujours l'occasion d'aller faire un tour du côté de votre crêperie préférée. La Mobilique. Mobilique, pour le prononcer à la bretonne. Je vous propose donc d'excellents produits, uniquement du circuit court, quasiment tout bio. Et le tout délicieux. Et c'est parti pour Tristan, mesdames et messieurs. Il est le premier grimpeur de l'Europe.
Tristan Ladevon now makes his initial moves, and up there in the top left-hand corner of your screen you see Laura von Allmen of Switzerland beginning her attempt.
Et dans l'orchestration parfaite qu'est l'organisation de cette Coupe du Monde, et bien vous avez votre partition à jouer également, cher public.
Tristan Ladevon moves up to clip number 3. While Tristan makes these early moves on the route, I do have joining me in the studio just now the USA's Kendra Stritch. Kendra, welcome.
Thank you, Liam.
Kendra, how was that semi-finals route? It's your first semi-finals this year, right?
Second.
Oh, bomber. Sorry. Second semi-finals this year. Talk to me about that. How was this one?
I'm not thrilled with it.
You foot popped. Was that your crampon?
No, I think the crampon's okay still.
I was telling everyone that it was your crampon because I thought that's what it was, because your foot just popped really uncharacteristically. But what did happen then?
Yeah, the foot popped. The first time up, the quick draw was frozen, and I just decided to climb right away instead of waiting for people later.
It's frozen?
Yeah, so I just fought with it for a while, and then that's why I took and came down and restarted. I was showing it to the guy that's up in the middle of the structure. I'm like, it's frozen, and he's yelling down. I'm like, yeah, so I don't know if that was really the right decision to go again right away or not, but I was feeling good. And
well, we didn't see any of that. So you actually have already climbed the route. Where did you get to in your first attempt?
Almost to the top of the ice.
Yeah, okay, and then it was frozen there. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of the route setting?
It's really disappointing for the women to be on that same route that we did, and the upper holds are different, but to not be on a new wall and to have these beautiful undersides of the legs here that we actually really enjoy climbing on, and we don't get to do that. And I'm assuming that a women's final will be on one of those, but everybody's a little disappointed to just be on the same wall.
Okay, interesting. What's the ice like, condition-wise?
It's actually really great. It's holding together really well.
Yeah, it's in the sun a lot today. It's good to hear.
Yeah. It's not too cold out there, but it's cold enough for the ice. Things aren't ripping out. So speed was really good too.
Good. I'm just looking at the live results. No, they're not refreshed. I can't show you the live results. I will show you the live results at some point. I'm pretty sure, without wishing to be defeatist, that you're not going to be in the finals tomorrow. What's your goal for the next round of the season? With Denver next, right?
Yeah, we have Denver in 2 weeks, which is going to be amazing and exciting. It's downtown, and it's a temporary structure, so it's going to be new to everybody.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Do you have a goal?
The goal would be to make semifinals again and to be in the finals for speed.
Lovely. Well, Kendra, I'm going to pay some attention to Tristan Ladevon as he approaches the upper part of his route with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hope the rest of the competition goes your way. Did you qualify for speed semi-final? Excellent. I haven't seen that start list yet, but good luck for that tomorrow. No doubt we'll get some comments from you after that tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kendra. That was Kendra Stritch of the USA. And climbing now, as I said, just under a minute to go, 5 minutes have elapsed. He has 50 seconds remaining. Tristan Ladevant of France. While he's been climbing, Laura van Almen did fall. I'll have her live result as soon as possible.
Allez, il faut avancer là, Tristan, poussez-le s'il vous plaît.
Tristan Ladevant now with 25 seconds, really needs to find some pace, and judging by the way that Young-Gun Lee fought through that upper section, it's not going to be enough for Tristan Ladevant. Reaches up with the left hand into that Stein. Big jump with the right. He's popping as fast as he can. He's moving as fast as he can. Releases the Stein. Time up for him as he makes clip number 14. Waves to the crowd. We'll have to wait and see whether or not it will be enough for him to qualify. Our next female athlete is Uiaa McSwiggan. Here the judges there, he didn't make clip 14. It was actually 13 that he made. Clip 14 was after the time up. And there is Uiaa McSwiggan, Ireland's only representative. Brilliant athlete. Currently sits in 4th place overall. She finished in 8th in Korea, 2nd in a silver medal in China, 9th in Switzerland, and 4th in Italy last week.
Come on, I think Uiaa McSwiggan needs some support. She's heading up in her route now in these semi-finals.
Uiaa climbing up the ice in that initial section. I actually climbed that exact section of ice earlier today. Climbed it several times for one of the links that you'll see tomorrow, and the placements are not very obvious. It looks very featured, but yeah, the placements are just a little bit hidden in a few places. So the athletes moving as fast as he can through this section really have to contend with the visibility of those placements, and some of them don't feel particularly secure. You can see they're hooking in the back of that little hole and moving up the right hand into another one. 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. Uiaa McSwiggan moves now into that higher section of the ice, and you can see her reaching down to make clip number 4. Takes the right hand. If you are an Uiaa McSwiggan supporter, then make sure you are sharing this broadcast, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're hitting that like button, send her all your good energy. She climbs now with 2 minutes 52 on the clock, reaches down to the rope to make clip number 6 just above her head, places that left tool into the Stein. Reaches up with the right hand into that little Gaston. Takes the left hand in the high grip, matches tools. Approaching that high point set by Radka Petkova, who hit clip 8. Stein there by clip number 7. Only 10 clips for this women's route. You can see there Artem Bezegski of Russia on the top left-hand corner of your screen. We're going to stay with Uiaa McSwiggan. Into the little pop there as she places that right hand in the undercut. She has clip 8. Can she keep going? Look at that. Skips the move. Puts the right hand into that small edge. Left hand into the bigger one. Kicking in hard. You can see how steep this upper section is. She has 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock, and clip 9 is right by her. As I said right at the beginning, it's 10 clips including the top. 1 minute remaining. Uiaa McSwiggan in great shape and great form this year, moving excellently. Looks up above her for that next placement. You can see just in the edge of that spotlight the top symbol. 33 seconds on the clock as she uses that figure 4, left leg over right hand to take that hold securely. That's the final clip made. 20 seconds remain. There's the clip, there's the match, and in somewhat pitch darkness, Uiaa McSwiggan tops the route and is the first woman to do so, and I would expect guarantees herself a place in the finals tomorrow. Amazing work from Uiaa McSwiggan, and as we take a look at those replays, we can take this opportunity to welcome Switzerland's Kevin Huser to the broadcast. Kevin, how are you doing?
Oh, feeling all right.
How was that semi-finals route there? You were the first athlete that we saw climb in.
Oh, except for this one hold in the roof, I'm super happy, but there I just fucked it up.
Yeah, it looked, if anyone was offended by that language, we apologise, this is Swiss. It looked like a tricky move, that one.
Yeah, it's like I expected to have a little edge in there or something,
Yeah.
but it's just flat, and then I started spinning. And
Yeah, I thought you used your feet really well actually to stop that spin, but
yeah,
you definitely stalled out a little bit there.
yeah, I had my wrong hand on the upper grip, and then it took me quite a while also to clip there, and in the end I just ran out of time. But apart from this, in the beginning and also afterwards, I was happy with how fast I could climb.
This structure is very, very different to the likes of Saz Fei, where we would normally, see you excelling. What's it like to climb on this structure?
Here it's really difficult for me. I don't know, I just don't feel as comfortable. It helps me if I get through qualifications somehow, as today, then it gets better, but still I don't feel really good on those holds, and it's a total different style because the wall is not so wide, so you always have to work with your feet totally different than on other walls.
Yeah, and I would say the setting style feels very different as well. Of course, Attilio, head setter here, one of the longest serving route setters on the circuit, has somewhat of an old school style. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's definitely true, especially since we haven't seen a dyno this time in the semifinals.
Not yet, anyway. Listen, I'm pretty sure, sadly, that we're not going to be in finals tomorrow, but of course we hope to see you in Denver next competition. Is that going to happen?
Yeah, I booked my flight.
Awesome. Well, listen, hope you stay strong, stay psyched, and good luck for that, and we'll see you around, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I will have some more really hard sessions and hope that my mind game works better next time.
Well, we look forward to seeing that, and of course, best of luck to Kevin Huser of Switzerland. Not quite the performance he was looking for today, but perhaps Denver, Colorado will be one for his record books. On your screen right now, Artem Bezegski of Russia climbing into that upper section as he traverses leftwards off the ice. In a few moments' time, we'll have Laura von Allmen of Switzerland joining us on here. Before that, we're going to stick with Artem and see how he goes.
capitaine. Davaille. Allez, poussez-le. 20 secondes.
So that's clip 14 made. You see in the top left-hand corner of your screen is Viviane Labarille of Switzerland. Martin Bezecki moving very quickly now in those 9 seconds. In fact, I believe it's tied up as he makes clip 15. Great work from him. And while we watch replays from his broadcast, I'll welcome Laura von Allmen of Switzerland to the studio. Laura, how are you feeling?
Hi, Liam. Can you hear me? Hey?
I can when you put the microphone to your mouth, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't feel good right now. I'm quite disappointed of my climbing.
What happened?
I guess I slipped. Just slipped off that hold. And yeah, I mean, in competition you just have one chance and then it's over. Don't have a lot of words to say.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about this ice section. I know you guys in the Swiss team don't train on this type of ice very often. What's it like to climb on?
Yeah, I mean, I actually like ice climbing, but with these peaks we climb in competition, it's quite hard to climb the ice. They're actually not made for climbing in the ice, but rather for dry tooling, so it's always a little bit scary and sketchy. And yeah, and I mean, here in Champagne you have a lot of ice to climb already in qualifications. And I don't really like it, but I prefer routes, dry tooling routes.
Yeah, and that, you know, we know that style suits you. You're very strong, very powerful. Will we be expecting to see you in Denver?
Yes, I just booked flights. I will go to Denver together with 5 other Swiss climbers.
Amazing, that's wonderful
so we are 6.
news.
Yes.
And what's your ambition there? Do you have a goal
yeah,
for Denver?
I mean, I hope I can make a final there. I haven't done finals in this season yet, and I was really expecting to at least make one final. So right now I'm quite disappointed that I'm not in the finals yet.
Well, you know, we are disappointed too. We'd love to see you in those finals, and these things do happen. That's competitions.
Yeah, that's competition, you're right.
We wish you the best of luck for Denver.
Yeah, thank you.
We hope that you can regroup and come back stronger and fighting.
Huh?
We hope you can come back stronger and fighting.
I hope so too. Now let's cheer for Viviane.
Yeah, let's indeed. Viviane Labarille there, moving into the upper part of this route.
Yeah. Go Viviane.
Hobschwitz. Thank you so much for joining me, Laura. That was Laura von Allmen of Switzerland. Had that unfortunate slip low down in the route, just finishing with 6.08 as her score. Teammate Viviane Labarille looking to move past that point. And we can see in the top left hand of your screen is our next athlete, Alexei Marshalov. Stands across, pushes hard off that blue splinter to place the Gaston left hand. Strong kicks from Viviane Labarille.
Du public sur les grimpeurs et les grimpeuses, sur les grimpeuses et les grimpeurs. C'est le moment.
1 minute 36 seconds on the clock for her as she just goes to place the shine and changes her mind at clip 7. Just struggling to get the height there off that left tool.
Et c'est parti pour Alexei Marshalov du côté de la voie des hommes.
That's clip 7 made. Big lock off that Stein, misses it again. Less than a minute on the clock now as she hits it the 3rd time round. Strong kicks again from Viviane Labarille. our 6th athlete in the women's competition today. Another great shot at how steep that upper part of the wall is. Makes clip 8. 21 seconds on the clock. Can she get up to clip 9 with 10 seconds remaining? Needs to really find something special now as she goes to skip that underside hold like we saw Uiaa McSwiggan do. That's time up for Vivi Labaril, and as we watch those replays, I'm delighted to welcome to the broadcast Bulgaria's Radka Petkova. Radka, welcome.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Talk me through that semi-finals route.
Oh, what I can say. It's quite, I think it's going to be a lot of tops. Because a lot of good girls are coming over.
Yeah.
So let's see, definitely.
You climbed really well there, and you currently have the provisional 2nd place.
Oh, really?
Those are the live results. Yeah, you are behind Uiaa McSwiggan. Yeah, I mean, of course, we still have 12 athletes to go.
Yeah.
What was the route setting like? Obviously, you had a lot of ice to climb. When you actually got onto that head wall, what was the route setting like?
It was nice, a bit tricky on the side holes. Like definitely the new style. It's a bit confusing, the 2 holds next to each other, but yeah, not that hard, definitely.
You've climbed a few competitions this season, and of course Champagny has a really unique element that it has so much ice to climb. What was it like climbing the ice in the dark?
It's the same. We have the light.
The light's enough. I mean, it's hard to see on our screen. The light's enough for you guys to be able to climb with no problems?
Yeah, no problem at all, no.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. No need holes with the blue spot for sure.
And I'm just looking as well. Alexei Marshalov's actually wearing a head torch.
Is he?
That's
wow. That's interesting.
So obviously he thought that the lights might not be bright enough.
Yeah, I never seen that before.
Alexei Marshalov moving now into that upper section. What was your goal coming back this season? As you and I talked earlier today, and you did compete quite a few years back and were somewhat successful with a couple of podiums. When you made the return this season, did you have an ambition?
No, I wanted to see how it's changed over the years, these 3 or 4 years that I missed, to see how it's changed, and definitely now it's more tricky, more balancing, moves, jumping, completely different than what was before. So I wanted to check a couple of competitions this year. My goals were mostly semi-finals, not finals, definitely. And for next year, definitely train more of those kind of moves.
Good to see Alexei Marshalov with 15 seconds to go, really accelerating now through that last section. Will we see our first top with 8 seconds to go? That's the top clip, and just in the nick of time, there's the match. Alexei Marshalov screams with passion as he makes that top move. Amazing work from him. Radka, I'm going to keep an eye on those results. I do hope that you've done enough to make finals, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, of course, we'll wait and see, but I'm happy with this, what I've done so far.
Great to hear. Will we be seeing you at any more competitions this season?
In Kirov, yes.
Excellent. Well, listen, best of luck for Kirov. I hope that between now and then you get a chance to rest and train.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Radka Petkova of Bulgaria for joining us here in the booth. And again, as I just said, we wish her the best of luck. On your screens now, Olga Kozek of Poland begins her women's semi-finals route. If you just missed what happened, Alexei Marshalov of Russia got a first top in the men's semi-final. Join me in a couple of moments' time. In the studio will be Ireland's Uiaa McSwiggan. If you have questions, comments for Uiaa, then do send them in. Let us know what you'd like to say to Uiaa. Maybe you're one of the many McSwooners out there. You can send a message. Let's hear from you.
Et je pense que la différence sera donc dans la rapidité d'exécution avec les tout meilleurs, mais il en fait partie.
So Olga Kozak now of Poland. Four minutes, 5 seconds of the clock for her. Route analysis this week was with Olga from her finals route in China, so if you want to see how Olga felt about her performance in China, then you can watch that video. That'll be live, I believe, on Monday.
Et puis entre deux runs, je vous rappelle que notre partenaire Outdoor Research vous propose un petit jeu avec la possibilité de remporter une veste.
Makes clip number 4.
Et je vous invite donc à aller faire un tour. Dario vous accueille et vous expliquera les règles du jeu. Pour l'instant, nous sommes donc avec la Polonaise Olga Kozak, rivée sur ce long dévers de la voie féminine, pendant que Luna là devant.
There's clip 5, and we see Olga now breaking onto that steep headwall section. Climbing in that spotlight. On the top left-hand corner of your screen, we can see Luna Ladevant of France. Second Ladevant brother to climb. Tristan probably not quite done enough to qualify for finals here. Currently sitting in 4th place with another 11 athletes remaining, his brother included. Olga Kozak now into that left-hand Gaston. Oh, little pop, and she manages to hold the swing. Takes a breath. See her there, sharp exhale as she lets that shoulder swing back into place. Really nice composure from Kozak there, not panicking, just letting gravity do its thing and readjust her back towards the wall. Makes the next moves up towards clip number 7, and with 2 minutes 4 on the clock, she still has plenty of time as she places the Stein with the right hand.
Et puis à noter d'ailleurs qu'il était quatrième juste derrière Nathan Claire qui lui avait pris la médaille de bronze. Autant vous dire que du côté de l'équipe de France, on est plutôt sur un rythme ascendant en termes de performance. Et c'est quoi d'augure ici à la maison. Allez Luna! Allez Olga!
Olga Kozak now moving right hand into that Gaston as she crosses over to the other side of that entreprise volume. Of course, Uiaa McSwiggan actually opted to skip that next hold. Kozak goes for it first time into that undercut position. Nice from her. As I just said, we'll have Uiaa McSwiggan in the studio in just a few minutes' time, so if you have a question or a comment you'd like to pass on, then now's the time to do it. As soon as Olga finishes, we'll be bringing her in. Places that left hand on the next edge. 39 seconds on the clock. Really no time to shake now as she approaches those upper moves. Another good edge there. This wall's so steep, you've got to keep that core tension. 18 seconds, that's clip 9 made. One more clip remaining and just a few moves stand between her and that top position. 10 seconds, is it going to be enough? I don't think so, but Olga Kozak, who looks pumped at this point. Time up for her. We're going to watch the replays of that. It was a great effort, and we'll welcome to the broadcast now Uiaa McSwiggan of Ireland. Uiaa, how are you?
Hi Liam, very good, thank you.
Hi, talk me through that then, first top of the night.
Yeah, well, I'm really happy to get to the top of the semi-final. The ice, it was a little bit different from any other semi-final we've done this year because there was a good bit of ice at the start, and I guess we were all a bit apprehensive about that because we're feeling more secure in the dry tooling holds. The route was, yeah, I made it in time.
You made it look easy.
Well, I'm not sure. I think we're actually going to get a lot of tops in this route. I think some of the moves, there was nothing particularly big, and the route was quite short. But we'll see. There's definitely a lot of girls that are more than capable of topping out. So,
well, we're 7 athletes in. We still have 11 athletes to climb. You're our first and only top so far. One top in the men's as well. Alexei Marshallov. Speaking of men, Luna Ledovon of France moving really, really well now towards the top of the route with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Could we be seeing our second top of the night? Uiaa, lots and lots of people tuned in, and as always, the McSwooners supporting you. Anything you'd like to say to them?
I just say thanks a lot for always tuning in.
I mean, the McSwooners are so international. They're American, they're Danish,
I've
they're
got a
Irish.
very big family, Liam.
I don't think they're your family. I think they're fans.
They're definitely family there now.
Some of them are. Yeah, thank you as always to them for their support. Uiaa, let's assume that you're going to make finals tomorrow. Let's think positively.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind ahead of that?
Well, I guess final route is always have to move fast, have to kind of move confidently, kind of just have to go for it. I'm delighted to get the chance to climb in finals here. The structure, it's so interesting. There's so much ice, and I think we'll see the final route tomorrow will be. It's always impressive. So,
speaking of impressive, it sounds like the crowd's quite impressive as well. Really getting behind Luna Ledovon there as he topped. What's it like getting support like that from the crowd while you climb in?
It's amazing. It really is, and all the other competitors, I think that's what's special about the ice climbing community, that everybody is supporting each other, and once you're out of the competition, you're really you want everybody else to do their very best. So it's great to hear the support. It definitely, when you're getting tired and you feel like giving up, that's the thing that pushes you on. So always thanks to the crowd for standing out in the cold, because it's not warm out there.
No, it's certainly not. Uiaa, listen, thank you so much as always for coming in, having a chat with us. We do wish you the best of luck for tomorrow, assuming that you get through. And the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Liam.
Uiaa McSwiggan there of Ireland, first and only top so far in that women's competition. Second top of the night in the men's competition for Luna Ledovon, as you saw there. Absolutely stunning work from him, and really, really nice support from the crowd. Next female athlete, uncharacteristically low in the rankings, is Wonseon Shin. She's our 8th athlete out today, and she's climbing up that initial ice section. We'll have some of the other athletes joining us in here in just a few moments' time. Hopefully, Luna Ledovon will be one of them. The next male athlete to climb will be Nikolai Primorov of Russia. So Wonseon Shin moves into that steep upper section now. If you are just joining us, a very warm welcome to the 2019 Uiaa Ice Climbing World Cup. We are live in Champagny-en-Valois for the men's and women's lead semi-finals. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, then hit that like button, hit that share button. Why not comment with the name of a person that you think might enjoy this broadcast? Let's get this shown far and wide. We, of course, love to hear from you as well. Couldn't be easier. You can drop a comment in that chat box or the comment box. Let us know where you are tuning in from and who you are supporting. And if you're wanting to post on social media, you can use that hashtag Uiaa Aisclimbing. It's on your screens now. It couldn't be easier to remember. Should you wish to contact me directly, I also welcome that. Love to hear from you guys. It's always great to get those messages. You can do that by tagging me at Liam Lonsdale on any of the major social media platforms. Just search at Liam Lonsdale and you should find me there. Wunseon Shin now, one of the real top athletes of this circuit, moving into the upper section. Look how much time she's got left. By clip number 7, 2 minutes and 30 on the clock for her.
Démonstration de sérénité pour Wunseon Shin.
Makes the clip. That's number 8 made.
C'est quasiment une danse aérienne qu'elle est en train d'effectuer, geste après geste, finesse et précision.
Opts to go to that undercut position, and look at that, she's got her hand fully inverted. It was a reverse backhand. She was twisted all the way over onto her shoulder, a very prone position. Great work from Wunseon Shin there, so strong, and no surprise that she's able to hold that position. Makes the next move relatively easily to clip number 9. And that's clip number 9 made. Moving now, and you can see how close she is to the top in the top left-hand corner of your screen. In the bottom right-hand corner is Nikolai Primarov, representing Switzerland. He's got 2 minutes 20 on the clock. We'll be going to the action with him in just a second. Wunseon Shin now with 1 minute 4 seconds on the clock. It's going to get the second top of the night, I think. She's way ahead of Emma McSwiggan, in top with 15 seconds remaining. There's the clip. There's the top. Wunseon Shin, second top of the night, provisional first place. Amazing work for the Korean athlete. At this point, while we watch those replays, I'd like to welcome to the broadcast Tristan Ledevor.
Hi,
Ledevor, how you doing, man?
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I thought you'd probably say that. Talk me through the semi-finals route.
I don't know. During the preview, we thought that it was going to be a speed race because the moves didn't look super hard, at least on the start. Like close movement compared to what we used to, and so I was not doing super fast or super slow. I was, I think, in the timing at the first, but then I get to the roof and yeah, I think I didn't read the route like I should have. I didn't trust my instinct, and so yeah, took a lot of time. Oh, Nikolai had a bad fall, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way, possibly. We'll try and get a look at that in a second.
Yeah.
Looks like he's holding onto his back.
Might have just hit the structure, falling down.
Hopefully he's okay. Talk me through the upper part of that route. You fell just above clip number
14.
10? Oh,
14.
Oh, yeah, of course you did.
Yeah.
I was thinking you got to the Stein. No, that was Kevin. You got past the Stein, you moved
Yeah.
up there. What was going through your mind when you knew you had time to run out?
I was kind of like nervous because I lost loads of time in the roof, and so I knew I had to be like super fast. And yeah, I just tried to give everything I got to just yeah, take some time from everything I lost on the roof.
Yeah, you
So yeah,
certainly moved very quickly in the upper part. Luna's just climbed.
yeah, he
And
did
topped?
an amazing job. I think.
Second top of the night.
Yeah, he just climbed amazing. I think he was a little bit slow at the start, but I think it was just a way to get in the route and to yeah, to kind of get in the move, you know. And then he just flew the route to the top. So good, very good job.
I don't want to give too much away about the interview that we did because I
Yeah.
want people to watch
Yeah.
it, but we talked about this and what it's like to support each other during these competitions. We're not sure whether or not that top's going to be enough for the finals. It looks like this route might get a lot more tops yet, certainly with these competitors. What are you going to be doing now for the next hour? Now that Luna's climbed, you know, what's going through your mind now?
For the few hours
between now and finding out whether he's in or not.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just like beat my nails and stress a bit for him. Yeah, I was holding my breath all the time he was climbing because I knew I didn't make a good job, but I knew he could do something very good because I mean we are at home and we know the place and we know to climb it, and so yeah.
So Luna, you qualified. Luna. Oh,
no, that's the other one.
Tristan, you qualified for speed finals tomorrow.
Yeah.
How are you going to prepare for that now?
Now, yeah, that's the only way I can like do something good in Champagny at home. And I don't do a lot of World Cups this year because I had several problems like injuries and stuff. And so yeah, that's the last one I have. Before the World Championships, so I hope I'm going to do best tomorrow, and yeah, think about what I did tonight is a good way to protest.
Tristan, as ever, everybody watching the broadcast and everybody here in the broadcast wishes you the best of luck for tomorrow and for that speed comp.
Thank you, Liam.
And of course, we're going to have a chat with your brother in a few moments' time. We'll look forward to hearing what he says about that route. In the meantime, rest, recover, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you so much to Tristan Lanival of Team France. Great effort from him today, and as we said, we'll see him tomorrow in the speed semi-finals. On your screen now, the right-hand side is Valeria Bogdan of Russia. On the left-hand side is Anton Yemov, also of Russia.
Men's route and Valeria Bogdan in the women's route. Davai, in every case.
Wearing bib number 27 is Valeria Bogdan of Russia. 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock for her for 5.5 minutes.
Hey Dario, t'échappes pas, je te vois passer avec des succès.
Head wall.
Il est venu tout simplement de Suisse nous amener.
Theoretically, the most difficult part of the structure. Although, as a few of the athletes have said, you know, they feel much more comfortable on the upper parts than they do on the lower ice section.
Vous n'avez qu'à ramasser tous les habits sur le jeu et puis vous pouvez peut-être gagner une belle veste.
C'est un jeu vidéo. Hein.
Exactement. Vous faites aussi de la grimpe, mais pas comme nos sportifs ici qui sont très forts.
Il a besoin de moins d'entraînement. Elle est magnifique cette veste et c'est la même qui a été fournie à l'organisation d'ailleurs. Toi tu l'as dans un autre coloris. Et elle est donc à gagner sur le jeu, ce jeu vidéo, donc Outdoor Research. Et en plus il y a des goodies. Merci Dario.
Moving now into that Gaston with the right hand, places the right leg over the right hand into the figure 9. Switches into the figure 4 over the left so she can take the right tool and move up again. Look at that, skipping out 3 moves. Really nice, efficient climbing with 1 minute and 34 on the clock.
Il y a quasiment, pas une minute, mais presque au même point de différence. Elle était très très rapide, comme c'est en Chine. Valeria Bogdan qui maintenant va devoir accélérer. Elle a été sereine jusque-là.
Big reach over there, and you see she inverts that right shoulder to place the Stein. Very powerful position to take it in. Possibly a little bit more efficient, less movement of tools between the hands as she reaches up and again, right, with less than a minute now, 50 seconds exactly on the clock. As she just moves that tool to make clip number 8. Really flying now, Valeria Bogdan. 25 seconds on the clock. Just misses that move first time as she reaches up for that small edge. And second time, really needs to find some power and some deep lock strength from somewhere. Comes back down to shake, and it's precious seconds that are wasting away. 5. That's it for her. Time's up. If she does hit that second position, she will be allowed to clip, I imagine, but no clip 9 for her. Wait and see what score she finishes with. It's unlikely that she's going to make finals. It's really difficult to say, but feedback so far has been that this women's route is going to come down to the speed of tops. We think there's going to be quite a few tops, but we'll have to wait and see. There's people asking if Nikolai's okay. I don't have any information at this moment in time, but as soon as I do find out, we'll let you know. Nikolai Primanov did fall at some point on the route and seemed to be holding his back like he'd hit something, but I don't have any more information than that. Anton Yemov finishes his route in that steep section. In a few seconds we'll have Luna Ladavon joining us. We'll be able to get his feeling on the route.
Et on applaudit bien sûr Jocelyn, cadreur des équipes Phileas, qui produit les images que vous retrouverez notamment demain sur Trek.
So, as Anton Yemov gets untied, I would like to take this opportunity to say bienvenue and bonsoir to Luna Ladavon.
Merci.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, fine. Just recovering and breathing again.
How pumped are you?
It was fun. It's fun, I mean, but I'm fine. Just it was more, to run, and so, yeah, not so pumped, I mean.
We just had a climber in called Tristan Ladavon. I don't know if you know him, but we just had a chat with him about the route, and he said in the route preview that you guys had thought that maybe it was going to come down to speed and it was going to need fast climbing and possibly tops on this one.
Yeah, we thought that because, like at the route preview, we saw a lot of shoulder move and crimp, like small holes and stuff. So we thought it was quite hard, and 5 minutes to go up there is really small time. So, but then I mean the route was permissive. All the holes quite good at the end. So yeah, I was able to climb really fast and top.
Currently sitting, let me just refresh those results one more time. Yeah, currently sitting in first place ahead of Alexei Marshallov. 9 athletes climbed. In fact, no, that's correct. 9 athletes climbed. We still have 9 more to go. So you're in a pretty safe position, but not guaranteed. What do you think? Are you going to be in the finals?
I won't say some bad shit, but I think yes, maybe.
Okay, well listen, if you are in the finals, let's assume positive.
Yeah.
You make finals. How will you prepare between now and tomorrow?
I think I will probably just sleep. Because that was a really long day, qualifying, speed, lead, and yeah, I think I will probably sleep a lot. Maybe my mom is gonna massage me, and then
Luke, I'm just looking at the live chat, and there's a certain Noah Bake that asks to say hello. Of course, Noah taking a break from the competitions this season. We would like to see him again, wouldn't we?
Yeah, missing you, man, a lot.
A lot. Listen, Luna, I'm going to leave it there. we did film an interview together yesterday, and that's going to be live online. So we'll encourage people to go and watch that, and of course to tune in tomorrow and watch you in the finals.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and best of luck. Lina Ladevant of Team France there, folks. We'll have to wait and see if he's done enough to qualify for tomorrow's final. On your screens right now is Switzerland's Petra Klingler. 3 minutes 58 on the clock as she approaches that steepest panel section.
Et regardez le rythme qu'imprime Petra Klingler.
Petra's second
Regardez à
competition
quelle
this season,
hauteur elle se
finished
situe.
13th in Sasfay with that little mistake in the semi-finals that cost her dearly. Petra, of course, trying to balance training for the Sport Climbing World Series, both bouldering lead and speed. Petra, one of the many athletes hoping to qualify for the Olympics. So no full season for her this year. Just under 3 minutes remaining as she continues fighting upwards. 7 clips made, plenty of time to get up to that top clip.
Allez, quel aura été donc le fruit, le résultat de sa lecture, de sa phase d'observation? Allez, il va venir se poser au centre du toit avant de rétablir un petit peu à l'image de la majorité des grimpeurs ici avec ce Yaniro pour Alexei Grebenikov.
So Petra Klingler now just trying to make sense of these next moves. She reaches into that undercut, the golden hold. And we saw that EP volume, 1 minute 56. Takes that next hold in the high grip with the left hand, that small edge. Next one, that bigger edge in the low grip with the right hand, and reaches down to make clip number 9. Really nice, solid mover from Petra Klingler. Good, strong kicks. And despite not spending much time on her tools this season, that sport climbing fitness showing so much time remaining. 1 minute 17 on the clock.
Reach the top here in the women's route and look at the Russian Dmitry Grebenikov is also doing a great job. We have
Reaches up with the left hand to that top hold. There it is.
in Champagne-en-Vanoise.
Reaching underneath herself to make the last clip.
Allez, Petra.
And matches the tools, and that is the top. 1 minute, just under, in fact, 57 seconds on the clock. So she'll go into provisional second place. And while we watch those replays, I'd like to welcome to the broadcast Poland's Olga Kozek. Olga, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very happy that I climbed until 9th great job, because I almost fell on the 6th one.
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh.
a very hard move, and after all, the Radek, the route setter, just came to me and it was like, show me your tools, how it works.
Yeah, it was a really incredible effort. I thought you'd popped.
No, I haven't got enough time, and
Popped, not topped. I thought you'd popped. P. I thought you were out of there. I thought you'd fallen. Somehow you held on and you just let the shoulder do its thing and gravity did its thing, and you turned and then came back ever so slowly.
Yeah, I think my shoulder weren't happy for me.
How's it feeling now?
I'm happy because I really tried to give my best. Like, I was very tired after this. I was a little bit scared, and yeah, I tried to just move and keep climbing, and Now it's not bad.
What happened when you actually did pop? I didn't see the replay.
My feet just were off from the climbing wall, so my Isaacs turned a little bit on the hold, and yeah, I thought that
You did an amazing job managing to keep that together, and currently sit in 3rd place with 8 more athletes remaining.
Yeah.
Kind of a danger zone, really.
Yeah, but I think it will be a lot of top because the route isn't hard. As we watch the Petra, you can skip some holds. Also, Valeria did this, so it's not so hard. You just have to move.
What do you think of the route setting here today in the semi-finals?
The routes are easy. It's just like we haven't got enough time. It's just like you haven't got place for rest, to stop, to think. It's just you have to move, because if you stop, it's the few seconds that maybe there will be not enough for the top, for example.
Olga, remind me, will we be seeing you in Denver next week?
Yeah.
Or the week after next? We
Yeah,
will. Excellent. So let's look at your overall ranking so far. You're currently in 7th position. Depending on what happens today, you're looking at a pretty solid chance of a top 10 finish. How does that feel?
It's very good, and I'm very happy for this season, especially that I made twice the finals, and especially the Rabenstein final was very good. Something very good to me, because in China it's like, okay, I like the route, the style and everything, and the girls, they weren't so strong girls there. And here in Europe, it's very hard to come to the semi-final, and to the final it's really like, you will see, but there's like a lot of very good climbers now.
Well, listen, I'm going to say thank you there, and thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck for the rest of the season and for the speed competition and for Denver. That was Olga Kozak of Poland, and on your screens now is Zenab Kobru-Savi. Wow, Olga and I were chatting. We did see Dmitry Grubenikov climbing really nicely. Didn't quite make the top on that men's route. The next athlete in the men's competition is on your screens right now. It's Alexei Dengin.
That's a good option. You take note of that. Voilà, donc on a effectivement une Coupe du Monde tous les 2 ans ici, mais on a souvent une Coupe d'Europe, donc je l'invite à venir en tant qu'Irlandaise, elle peut. Et puis c'est particulièrement agréable ce cadre, etc. How do you train in Ireland or wherever?
So it appears Alexei Dengin's just had a really low fall there. He was out of shot of the camera. We'll try and see if we can get a replay of that, but I'm not sure whether we will or we won't. In a few moments' time, we're going to have Nikolai Primanov joining me. We can ask him how he's feeling. Again, we didn't quite get the full shot of him climbing and falling. Zenab Kobru-Savi now moving into that steep section. Nikolai, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Listen, we didn't see what happened, and lots of people were asking what happened. What happened?
Good question. Yeah, well, basically I fell on this hold on the first hold actually
in the horizontal
hold
section
on the ceiling,
yeah.
And I don't really understand, because I kind of thought I took it right way, but then once I just moved to the figure and removed my Isaacs, which was on the undercling, I kind of on the swing, I kind of just fell. I didn't really get why. I still puzzled a little bit.
The first that we knew of it was the shot that cuts you on the floor, and you seem to be holding you back. What happened then?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
When the first that we saw of your fall was actually when you were on the floor,
yes,
and you were holding onto your back. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the belayer gave me a little bit too much slack, and I hit it with the back, the ice, and it's. I don't know. I feel still kind of not really well.
Nothing too bad, maybe just a bang knocked the wind out of you, or will you be going for an x-ray after this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can do much. It's just a big kind of impact on the back, and I just have to, I don't know, take care of it, but...
Maybe a massage.
Maybe a massage or a painkiller will help.
Nikolai, we didn't really get much chance to speak to you after your podium in Saz-Fey, and seeing as you're here, I figure now's as good a chance as any. Talk us through that.
Well, yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm always in good shape in Saas-Fee. It just somehow works very well for me. The roots, kind of my style. So I don't know. I really like it there, and I always perform the best. So, and this time it was the same thing. I felt really good in the final, and yeah, I was lucky to finish third because the placement was very close after Nicola and Yannick.
Yeah, super close. Well, listen, that's pretty much all we've got time for, but we hope your back is okay, and we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, guys, and see you in Denver.
Nikolai Primanov there of Team Switzerland. Heard it from him straight away that we will be seeing him in Denver in a couple of weeks' time. Zenab Kopro-Musavi now with 1 minute and 36 seconds on the clock. Makes clip number 9, moving very well indeed as she approaches that top section. Just a couple of seconds after she's finished her route, I'll have Petra Klingler of Switzerland. We'll get the lowdown from her.
We're staying focused on the
1 minute 19 now as she just takes a second to shake, places that right two onto that small edge, into the figure 4 with the left leg over the right hand. Left hand now getting her body position to the left to make that last clip. There it is, now just needs 2 tools on the top. There's the first. And there's the second. Zenab Kopro-Musavi now with another top. The 3rd of the night now, 4th of the night even. While we watch those replays, I would like to say a very good evening and welcome to Petra Klingler of Switzerland. Petra, hey.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, of course you are. You're sitting in first place.
I didn't know up till now, so yeah, pretty nice.
Talk me through that women's semi-finals route.
It was much easier than it looked. Like, we couldn't really see the holds at observation. We just saw that there are a lot of holds, so I expected it to be much harder. And I started climbing. I had some trouble getting up the ice. It was a bit sketchy, quite kind of prickly. And then coming into the wooden part, I skipped 2 holds, and then...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And it kind of gave me really confidence, and just... I actually remembered to breathe, which helped a lot. Yeah, and I just flew up there. It was really quite nice.
Yeah, you had 5 minutes 30 seconds on the clock, and you topped it in 4 minutes 34, so almost a whole minute in hand. The athletes so far have all said that they feel like this is going to be a route with lots of tops. We already have 4, and we still have 6 more athletes to go.
Yeah, it's not that hard, the route. So all the holds are much better than expected. The moves are not that hard. So I think if the athletes find their pace and are not too scared and realize that the route is much easier, we will see a couple of tops more.
Something we'll have to wait and see. Petra, just quickly talk me through your season. I just hinted on it before, but we're not seeing you for the full season this year. Just 1 or 2 comps. Give me some insight into that.
Well, yeah, this year is pretty a special year for me. I'm focusing more on the bouldering and qualifying for Olympics, which will be in August. So my training actually just has been bouldering, speed, and lead climbing. But as I love the ice climbing so much, I begged for being able to compete in at least 2 of the comps. And yeah, I finally decided to do Saas-Fee home comp for sure, and then Rabenstein, because it's just always so much fun.
And now you're here in Champagny.
Oh yeah, true. Sorry, I mixed it up. Yeah, Champagny because it's so much fun, and Rabenstein I skipped with the idea that I have enough time to have lots of boulder training in between.
Yeah, I know you've been training super hard, and I know that you're leaving early-ish on Sunday to get back for more training. And Petra, listen, in that top spot, I think you're probably quite safe for the finals. Certainly hope so. You'd like to think so. If that is the case, then we wish you the best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it would be really nice to be in the finals for once this year. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great to see you back in that finals hotspot. Thank you so much for joining me once
Thank you
more.
as well.
Thank you to Petra Klingler there of Team Switzerland, currently sitting in provisional first place with a top in 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Stay tuned if you want to find out whether or not she qualifies. Top left-hand corner of your screen is Cora Jarry of Switzerland. Not of Switzerland, I was just looking at Petra's badge. Cora Jarry of France, local girl. This is her home structure, this is her home crowd, and Cora will be doing her very best to do them proud. Climbing in the main screen is Young-Hye Kwon of Korea. He's got less than a minute remaining, 43 seconds in fact, as he moves off that ice and onto the steep wooden panels above him.
Invested in those last moves, you know, there's very few time left. Il sait qu'il ne lui reste pas grand temps, on a dû lui dire une trentaine de secondes s'est passé, et là il accélère. Regardez les ressources.
Left hand onto that next edge, and you can see where he is on the structure now, and you can see how far he has to climb still all the way leftwards. With only 10 seconds remaining, it's going to really come down to the wire, and I don't think he's going to be able to get to that top unless he has been eating rocket fuel for breakfast. That's time up for him. Clip won't count. It's a great effort nonetheless. We'll wait and see if that was enough to get him into the league finals tomorrow.
Chez les messieurs, il n'y a personne. Chez les dames, elle est sale, elle porte les couleurs.
Young-Hye Kwon there, and ties from the route. The next athlete, Cora Jarry, will be on your screens in just a few moments' time. There she is, heading up into that head wall.
Et chez les dames, en l'occurrence, donc c'est Petra Klingler qui prend le top. On a 4 tops pour l'instant avec Petra Klingler en tête. Devant l'Iranienne Zena Koma Mozavi, Won Seon-shin, 3e, la coréenne, et Elmire Matsudan est 4e, on l'avait au micro tout à l'heure. Voilà pour les dames.
That very vocal support for Cora Jarry as she fights now in that top section.
Et c'est ce que disait Emile, elle craint d'être ainsi.
Cora currently
il nous faut encore 4 qui passent devant elle, on lui souhaite donc que ça soit le cas.
14th place overall, finished 6th in Korea, 11th Switzerland. Interestingly, she was trying to skip that hold with the left hand. Oh, and it pops and she's off! Holds her head, and you know that that's in disappointment. She knows she should have got higher there. She tried to be smart and into that Stein first. And it was when she changed her mind, she moved that left hand, moved that left leg, and she was out of there. A really aggressive fall. That's a real disappointment for the French athlete and for our local competitor, Cora Jarry. There's a lot of support for Cora, both here in Champagny and also on the broadcast. Almost certainly no finals for her. Next athlete in the men's competition, Chang Hyun Lee, on your screens there in bib number 71. All these male athletes now top both routes and qualifiers.
Just one.
Tomorrow, speed finals will begin at 10 a.m. So you'll be able to tune into speed finals tomorrow at 10 a.m. local time. Lead finals will begin at 3:45 local time. Love to see you all in the broadcast. Chang Hyun Lee moving up through that first wooden section of the route. Looking at those men's rankings with 12 athletes climbed. Lena Ladovon still sitting in the top spot with Alexei Marshallov in second, the only two to have topped this route so far. Third place Dmitry Grebenikov, fourth place Yoongun Lee, fifth place Yoon-Kye Kwon, sixth place Artem Bezegski, seventh place Tristan Ladovon, and eighth place Kevin Huser. There are your provisional finalists so far, but with 5 more men to climb, I expect that will change. Just a quick look at those women's lead results. As Chang Hyun Lee approaches the roof above him. First place, Petra Klingler of Switzerland with a top. Second place, Zeynep Kobramousavi of Iran with another top. Yoon Shin of Korea, third place with a top. Fourth place, Emma McSwiggan of Ireland with another top. Olga Kozak in fifth from Poland. Gorodka Pekova sixth from Bulgaria. Vivian Labaril and Valeria Bogdan tied for seventh. Cora Jarry is ninth. Lena Vandenberg 10th, and Laura Van Almen 11th. Strich currently in 12th place. Next athlete, top left-hand corner of the screen, is Mariam Filipova of Russia. Big reach off that low hold with the left leg, and he's just not managing to get it with the right hand. By clip number 10, 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock for Chang Hyun Lee.
Allez, Young Lichan, il reste une grosse minute là, pour faire la traversée. Et on les a vus accélérer, que ce soit les Coréens ou les Russes.
Can hear Korean teammates cheering on Chang Hyun Lee, doing their best to get him to pick up some pace through this upper section. Makes that next clip as he steps leftwards and will need to place that Stein with the left leg.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, il va y avoir du spectacle dans ce dernier mouvement pour le Coréen. Regardez, c'est parti, il s'élance. Et il va devoir enchaîner, il le sait, il lui reste moins de 40 secondes désormais pour aller chercher ce sommet. Allez, magnifique cette fois, un chapeau, les ouvreurs,
Makes that next
à
clip.
toute l'équipe là, qui a travaillé autour de Damien Souvi.
14 clipped, and he has 15 seconds on the clock as he makes these last moves in that steep part of the structure, traversing the top panels. 15 made, less than 10 seconds remaining. Needs to do something special to make that next clip, number 16. Well, he just makes it in time. No top for him, as his gloves say, but I think that clip will count. It looked to me like it was done in time, but we'll wait and see. We'll go to Mariam Filipova as soon as possible. Chang Hyun Lee knows that a top is going to be one of the standards needed to get into finals tomorrow. Mariam Filipova in the upper part of this route now with 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. She's absolutely storming this route. She reaches over herself to make clip number 9. Into that figure 9, left leg over left hand, and reaches up with the right hand. One more clip remaining and just a few moves stand between her and that top spot. Just a little bit of tangle there. Interestingly, she's gonna. Oh, she was gonna try and. She is still trying to make that top clip from that figure 4, and it's not the smartest move, I don't think. Yeah, she's gonna skip that now, and she's wasted some precious time. 1 minute 18 on the clock now. Should still have some time to make that top clip as she throws the right leg over the right hand into the figure 9. Now makes the top clip much easier. Left tool on the top hold. Right tool on the top hold. And she's very, very happy to top. That should put her into 4th place, I believe. Next athlete in the men's competition, the young man on your screen right now wearing bib number 70, Swiss climber and gold medalist from Saas-Fee, Yannick Glattard.
Stagiaires qui vont terminer donc cette séquence de Coupe du Monde avec le diplôme officiel Uiaa pour continuer à ouvrir sur le circuit international. On félicite Antonin ainsi
In a competition like this where time is of the essence and speed is everything, you can really expect to see good things from climbers like Yannick Glattard. Results come in now for that attempt there by Marianne Filipova, who made the top. Does put her into 4th place ahead of Ima McSwiggan, who now sits in 5th. Still with 5 climbers remaining. Would be such a shame to have climbers topping the route that don't make the finals. We'll have to wait and see how that looks. Anything can happen. Yannick Glattard just missing that hold. First and second time, hits it 3rd.
Allez, on est super heureux de le retrouver ici. Il a fait un break d'1 an au niveau international, le Suisse Yannick Glattard, à qui Champagny-en-Vanoise réussit bien. Généralement, il est bon ici. Il finit sur le podium. L'ambiance lui va bien.
Yannick Glattard with those signature aggressive kicks and that powerful swing of the leg. Really good. Up onto that 10th clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're staying some more days in Champagny-en-Vanoise, I hope that you're aware that you are also able, you have the opportunity to try some ice climbing here on this structure. Just go to the tourist office every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yannick Glattard now
2 hours dedicated
approaching
to
that leftwards traverse on the ice.
So really, just go ahead and ask. Allez Yannick, allez, c'est bien ce qu'il fait. Regardez le temps qu'il lui reste.
And he's moving leftwards now towards that Stein. 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Needs to find some of that pace and aggression that's so synonymous with his style of climbing. He's a little bit hesitant at the moment. but finds his flow now.
Allez, c'est bien. Avec,
big reach off that right hand, up into that. Gaston with the left. Clip 14 made.
Une très très belle escadrille suisse, donc on va compter également sur Sinagut.
Big reach with the left. 1 minute 28 on the clock now. Yannick Glattard absolutely flying. We don't call him Swiss Air for nothing.
Bon, en voilà un qui est en train de faire trembler Luna là devant. En tout cas, le chrono de Luna là devant. Quelle cadence pour le
Into that
Suisse.
undercut with the left hand.
Et ça se joue au
Kicks down
chrono,
into the
hein,
ice
maintenant,
to
hein. Ça se joue au chrono,
find
comme
that
ils
centre
sont
of gravity.
qui peuvent prétendre
Less than a minute remains for these final moves. Hits the top hold.
Ouais, sacrée cadence.
Makes the
Sacrée
last
cadence.
clip.
What a rhythm.
Matches in with 45 seconds remaining. It's going to put him into second place behind Luna Ladevant. Amazing work from him while we watch that replay. I'm going to welcome to the broadcast Coralie Jarry of France. Cora, welcome.
Hi, thanks.
So, I think it's fair to say that wasn't the performance you were hoping for.
I'm very disappointed, of course.
Yeah, that was a real shame. Talk us through what happened. You looked like you were trying to skip a move.
Yeah. I would like to take directly the undercling, and I think it was a good idea. But I don't know. At the beginning, I had a problem with my feet, and I was scared about that. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, super frustrating. Do you think that kind of home turf put more pressure on you or not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Such a shame.
I really appreciate to climb in Champagne in my country, but I know a lot of people in the public. A lot of my pupils are here with their parents, and they support me. And yeah, I don't know. I climbed very well, very fast in the ice, and I don't know what happened.
There's one thing that I can say, Cora. The support from the public was epic. They were so loud for you. They were really cheering.
Wow. So cool.
Yeah, there was so much support. When things like that happen, when you take those falls that are lower than you would have hoped, and it's something of a disappointment. How do you personally regroup? How do you come back to the next competition?
I know I can climb better, and I did in Korea. I finished sixth, so we learn. We never lose. We win or we learn from something. So I learned something today, and I know I will not do this mistake again. I just have to take care with my feet, I think, more, because the panel is very overhanging, and I didn't think about that. I thought just about my tools and not my feet. Yeah, I think it's.
Cora, commiserations. I'm sorry that it didn't go the way that you'd hoped today, and there was lots of support for you on the live stream, and lots of support for you here in Champagne, and I know that there will be lots of support for you when you come back to these next rounds.
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for your words and for your athleticism and for your performance.
Thank you, Liam. Thank you so much.
And of course, we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Cora Jarry of Team France. Not the fairy tale performance we were hoping for, but make no mistake, she'll be back fighting very, very soon. Climbing on your screen now towards the top spot, Hannare Song of Korea. She's got 45 seconds on the clock and is inching towards that top spot.
Pour la Coréenne, nous sommes quasi à 30 secondes de marge et applaudissements pour cette.
There it is. Another top in the women's competition. That makes 6 tops now.
On risque bien sûr de retrouver en finale. Mesdames et messieurs, il reste 4 grimpeuses. Et parmi elles, la suivante est la Française Marion Thomas.
Very nice performance there from Han-Marie Song. Calm and collected, as per usual. Sits in 5th place now. We still have 4 more women to climb. And so actually 5th place is a bit of a danger zone. Marion Thomas, Sina Goetz, Enni Bertling and Maria Tolokanina are all looking to make that qualification themselves. On your screens now, Mohamed Reza Safdarian of Iran. 3 more men remaining, Nathan Claire, Hyung Park and Nikolai Kuzovlev.
Allez, Mohamed Reza. Et il y a 2 ans d'équipe iranienne qui avait signé donc le trophée par équipe, la 3e place pardon derrière les Russes et les Coréens. C'est pas peu dire.
Safdarian makes clip number 10, hanging in that box. 2 minutes 25 on the clock as he works out the right position to make this next move. Goes left hand into the top corner.
Une tour de cascade de glace qui existe donc depuis 2003, qui est en service depuis 2003.
By doing that, actually skips a couple of moves that hopefully will save him a few seconds as clip 11's made.
Voilà, 15 ans d'émotion ici, autour de la danse de Rennes notamment. L'événement délirant.
Marion Thomas, friends on your screen there, preparing to begin her semi-finals attempt.
Les championnats du monde junior, les championnats d'Europe, les coupes d'Europe et les championnats du monde et coupes du monde élite. Allez, ça accélère là pour l'Iranien, regardez, le chrono est très très bon là aussi.
There's a Safdarian now in that final steep section.
Un bon calcul là.
A minute exactly on the clock as he finishes this traverse. Should have enough time to see our 4th top of the night. If he can just keep that momentum going.
Même plus rapide que Yannick Glattard à l'instant. Il est en train de signer une très très belle performance. Allez, il va lui rester 3 mouvements. Un clip final. Allez, les 30 dernières secondes pour l'Iranien, ça sent bon.
25 seconds on the clock, little slip of the foot there in the ice. Big swing with the left hand, hits that top hole, 10 seconds on the clock. Makes that top clip and matches in with 5 seconds remaining. 4th top of the night, guarantees him a place in tomorrow's final here in Champagny-en-Valois. If you do want to tune into that final tomorrow, then we will be live 3:45 p.m. local time. That's 1 hour ahead the United Kingdom. 2:45 p.m. for you guys. 1 hour behind Finland. 4:45 for you guys. You can extrapolate accordingly, depending where you are in the world. And you can hear the noise from the crowd. Have a guess why that is. Marion Thomas climbing up there on the women's structure, and another athlete joins us in the men's competition, and it's Nathan Claire of France, another local competitor with much support from the Champagny fans. Mohamed Reza Safdarian going into third place.
Allez, on va avoir fort à faire du côté de l'équipe de France. Pour l'instant, c'est évidemment sur la voie des dames que l'on est concentré. Et là aussi, c'est simple, c'est la nouvelle génération, d'un côté comme de l'autre.
Marion looking to use that undercut, doesn't quite find the position, hasn't seen the move that she can skip, finds it now. Big cheers from that crowd as they're really picking up the volume. Cowbells, air horns, vuvuzelas, you name it, the French have brought them. And if they don't have instruments, then they're using those voices. 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock for Marion Thomas, who just needs to keep it together now. Shaking out, trying to stave off some of that pump. Allez, Marion! Allez! Still shaking out. She's going to try and make that clip high as well. Nathan Clare in the top left-hand corner of your screen begins his route, and 1 minute 25 on the clock for Marion Thomas, who really needs to keep moving. Seems that she has some sort of tunnel vision about making that clip good. She's moving on now. Up and right with that right tool. Finds that small placement in the bottom edge. Into the figure four with the left leg. Over with that left hand. So close now. Reaches down for the rope. Makes the top clip. 1 tool on the top hold. 2 tools on the top hold. And Marion Thomas in front of a home crowd tops her route and stakes her claim at a place in the lead finals tomorrow. Have to wait and see where she places. An emotional finish to her route, and expect those emotions to keep flowing as we shortly turn our attention to Nathan Clare. There he is now, moving up into that first ceiling of the route, makes 7 and 8 consecutively. Flags, look at that. Excellent work from the French fans. He's got 3 minutes on the clock as he makes that clip in the roof and reaches up for that undercut. Oh, look at that. CTS is back in business. Cuts loose and eventually throws that big 4 in. He's just struggling with that clip, actually. Makes clip number 10. Big lock off that left hand. Reaches out with that left hand into the ice now. Needs to make clip number 11. He has 2 minutes on the clock. He is behind the pace. He's going to have to pull something fast out of the bag in this upper section. Needs to be more than clip 16 if he wants to guarantee a place in that final, ideally a top. Makes clip 13. Reaches under himself into the Stein with the left hand, misses it first time, hits it second time, kicks in. 1 minute 25 remaining. Nice bridge there between the two sections of ice. Bit of a drop knee with the right leg. He's really trying to catch some speed now. 14 clips made. 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. Oh, he's off! That was not what he was expecting, and that was not the finish he was hoping for. Oh, no, 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 no. The crowd cheer for him, and you can see he's trying to be cheerful, but that was not what he was hoping for. Nathan Clare out of the semi-finals, will not qualify for the league finals tomorrow. Hopes for the French team now resting on Luna Lanavon. At this moment in time, I can welcome to the broadcast Swissair himself, athlete Yannick Glattard. Yannick, how's it going, man?
Good, and you?
Yeah, super good, man. So that wasn't bad.
I guess.
4 minutes 14 of your 5 minutes to get to the top of that route. You were moving characteristically fast. How did you feel?
I feel pretty good. I knew that I have to be fast, but I want to put in some security, and that's what came out.
That's exactly what came out. We've seen lots of tops in the semi-final. You were one of 4 in the men's. In the ladies, we've had 5 tops now, I think, or possibly 6. I need to just check that ladies' result. And with Zina and Enni and Maria still to climb, we could see 11 tops in the women. Can you talk a little bit about the route setting for the semi-finals?
Well, like the route setting from our semi-finals, I pretty enjoyed. It's not so difficult in the beginning, but you have to be very fast, and that's just something different than we saw the last some years.
Yeah, my observation is that it's kind of old school almost. Not that that's a bad thing. It just feels, you know, kind of old school, like the old comps. Moves aren't very big, the moves aren't particularly hard. You know, you've just got lots of them to do in not very much time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which suits you. It suits you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're guaranteed a place in the finals now. We wait and see whether it's in the first place or whether it's second or third. What's on your mind now between this evening and tomorrow's finals? Which for you viewers at home begin at 3:45 p.m.
I think I will go for a good run to activate myself, and then I will enjoy the rest to be ready.
Yannick, let's just take a quick look at your screen right now. Tina Goetz just popped, trying to make clip 6.
Oh no.
It's really hard to see what happened. It looked like the Stein just blew.
I think I have to check the result, like the review. Oh.
The replay, yeah. So she's in the Stein with the right hand. Just popped.
Crazy. I think maybe she put in the Stein very careful. Just maybe the hold ripped a bit. They have to check.
Crazy. I'm kind of speechless. You know, when athletes like Zina, who's been on such great form, fall so low down, yeah, that wasn't expected at all. That'll put her in last place.
I can't believe.
Yeah. Listen, last question before we let you go and watch the rest of the finals. Denver's in 2 weeks' time.
I'm so excited.
You'll be there?
For sure.
And how do you prepare, you know, leaving Champagny, regardless of the result between now and then? You have just under 2 weeks.
For me, it's very good to have like a 2 weeks rhythm. I need a lot of rest. I will go enjoy some natural ice climbing and work a bit, and then I'm going to Denver and be ready.
Awesome. Well, Yannick, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you too, William.
Best of luck for the finals tomorrow. That was, of course, Yannick Glattard of Switzerland. Swissair will be back on the runway tomorrow, and it's up to him whether he takes off and stands on that podium again or not. We'll wait and see. Hyung Park now, the Korean Ice King, is climbing. Amazing athlete, seen him on the top of the game for so many years. See how he fares with this men's finals route, semi-finals route rather. Yeah, as I thought, Sina Goetz is now sitting in last place. Doesn't look to be any call of a technical incident, so it must have been top of the tool. A nightmare. Not what we were expecting for Zina. Currently sits in 16th place behind Kendra Stritch in 15th. Petra Klingler still in first. Places 1 through 7 all with tops. Enni Bertling and Maria Tolokina still to climb. Could we see 9 tops in the women's final? Let's wait and see. Chung Park reaches out again, another athlete skipping that move next to the top of the quick draw for clip number 10. Look at the pace he's finding now. 2 minutes and 5 seconds still on the clock as he explodes through the ice. And Enni Bertling there preparing herself for the next route. Enni Bertling begins her route, and Chung Park really accelerated now with 1 minute and 28 seconds through the upper part of that triangle, and you can see he has to climb up to clip 14 and then traverse just above that hanging ice.
And here for sure be careful not to...
In a few moments' time, I'll have Marion Thomas of France for a quick chat. We'll see how she feels about her attempt here, topping the route in front of a home crowd. Championny en Uiaa. Chung Park moving leftwards with 47 seconds on the clock. Should be enough time as long as he doesn't hang around too much. Throws the left tool into the underside of that volume, into the undercut. Steps those feet across. Nice, strong steps.
Enni Bertling, la finlandaise, et puis la russe Maria Tolokonina, venait à...
Big reach off that left hand. Easily takes it, and he has 15 seconds on the clock. There's the top clip. And there's the match in the nick of time. Hyung Park, the Korean Ice King, fine style as ever, tops the route here in Championny. And I'm going to take this opportunity to welcome to the broadcast, representing Team France, Marion Thomas. Marion, bienvenue.
Hey, bienvenue.
Merci. How are you feeling?
I feel so happy. I was so concentrated and I just wanted to top, and yeah, it feels crazy when it happened.
I mean, I've seen some crowds in an ice climbing competition before. I've seen, you know, over 1,000 people in a competition. I think there's probably about 150 people out here tonight in the freezing cold in Championny, and they made the most noise I've ever heard of anyone.
Yes, French guys are always making so much noise, and yes, it's 10 o'clock, so yeah, that's good that there are so many people right now, and they are always yelling.
They were really very supportive of you.
Yeah.
A quick word about the rest of the French team. Luna Ladevon did manage to top, and he's in for the finals tomorrow. But Nathan Claire and Cora Jarry both had low falls. How does the French team rally around those guys there?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I didn't see them already because I just climbed. But I heard that Coralie made a small mistake, and I'm so sad because we wanted to make final together one time. And Nathan, yeah, I didn't see him either, but I think it was also maybe a little mistake. But he's so strong, and he will become stronger, I think.
Enni Bertling there moving up into that top section of the route. Let's talk a little bit about this route setting. What did you think of the routes here today?
It was really interesting. I love the qualification routes also, and this route, when I came back to the isolation, it was like, oh, what am I doing on these moves? Can I maybe cheat some move or not? And so it's very interesting when all the girls don't go the same way, and I think it's it's a good wood when it's like that. And so it was technical, and yeah, I loved it.
It was definitely very interesting to see all of the different methods, and you did the same thing as Mariam Filipova, trying to clip that top clip from near the 9th. Nobody's managed to do that yet.
Okay.
They tried.
Yeah, I tried, but a bit too much maybe.
And wasted some time, huh?
Yeah, I know. And yeah, I don't know why I was like, I just wanted to try, but I tried maybe one time too much.
Well,
but
listen, it didn't make a difference, because looking at the results now with Enni and Marsha still to climb, you have been guaranteed a place in the finals. You're sitting in 5th. So the worst you can do now is 8th, 7th?
Enni and Maria.
Yeah,
yes.
6 and 7.
So it's so cool.
So you're in?
Yeah.
How are you going to prepare for tomorrow's finals?
We have also speed tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna rest. We have a physio on our team, so we are so lucky to have a little massage tonight. And yeah, we will prepare like that, and big mental.
Well, listen, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you so much for a great performance.
Thanks.
And best of luck for both competitions tomorrow. You can tune in and watch Mariam Thomas competing in the speed finals at 10 a.m. and the lead finals will begin at 3:45 p.m. Mariam, enjoy your evening. She's going to go and watch the rest of the finals. Enni Bertling now climbing with 25 seconds left on the clock. Will she get to the top? The top is definitely needed. 15 seconds remaining. Makes the top clip. 1 tool. 6 seconds. 2 tools. Ooh. And exhale. Very, very tight there for Enni Bertling. But that is enough to put her into 8th position, I believe. She'll go into 8th position behind Emma McSwiggan and sits now in the danger zone. Maria Tolokanina could knock Enni Bertling out of finals, and could be that heartbreaking position where we have athletes who did top the routes in the semi-final but don't qualify. So I'm going to have to explain that to Enni in just a few seconds. In the meantime, she gets untied, and Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia will be climbing. Yeah, those results have come through. Enni Bertling now sits in 8th with only 1 athlete remaining. Nikolai Kuzovlev, final men's athlete. Just to recap you on the overall standings after 4 competitions, Nikolai Kuzovlev sits in first, 133 points clear of second place. He won gold in Korea, gold in China, silver in Switzerland, and gold in Italy. He's been on incredible form. Not since the Tomilov brothers' peak have we seen someone so consistent and so strong. He is really, really at the top of the game right now, and we'll see in what place he will qualify. Needs the top to be guaranteed a place in those qualifiers. We'll just refresh this results page and give you the exact lowdown. 5 athletes have topped this men's route, so as long as he beats 16.28, which is Dmitry Grobenikov's score, he will be through. Young Gun Lee currently sitting in the danger zone. Nikolai Kuzovlev surpasses his high point, and that will be him out of the finals qualification. Chang Hyun Lee in 7th, Dmitry Grobenikovv in 6th, Alexei Mashinov topped in 4th, Mohamed Azizafdarian tops in 4th, Hyung Park tops in 3rd, Luna Ladovon tops in 2nd, Yannick Letard of Switzerland tops in 1st. 1 minute 45 on the clock for Nikolai Kuzovlev. Clip 13 made.
Et puis ensuite pour l'après-midi, pour la fin de ce que nous sommes en train de vivre, et ça sera tout simplement à partir de 16h avec la phase d'observation à partir de 15h30. Donc voilà, premier rendez-vous demain matin 10h, deuxième rendez-vous demain après-midi 15h30. Avec ça, vous êtes armés pour passer une excellente journée de samedi. ici à Champagny-en-Vanoise. Et on est toujours
And there in the top left-hand corner of your screen is Maria Tolokanina.
Qui est en train de faire un temps canon. Alors, comparativement
First place in the women's overall rankings.
bien, mais les autres ont tenu leur rang.
Sorry, no, 60 points clear of Won Shin, who sits in second. Maria's taken 3 golds and an 8th place. Won Shin with 2 silvers, a first and a 14th. Nikolai Kuzovlev with 44 seconds on the clock makes clip 16.
Ouais, tu disais que ces prises-là étaient quand même assez spécifiques ici, de mettre des prises d'escalade.
Reaches down into the underside of that volume.
Mais les autres, non, pas tant que ça.
C'était un peu d'exotisme dans l'ouverture de Champagny-en-Vanoise.
Allez Nicolas, il lui reste pas beaucoup de temps, s'il vous plaît, on l'encourage, c'est le top pour aller se qualifier en finale d'Avail.
Reaches up for that top hold and he's got just over 10 seconds on the clock. Makes the clip and tops in the nick of time. Just enough. He's comfortably into the finals, but he will be up there in, I believe, 4th place, somewhere around 4th and 5th. Really strong movement from Nikolai Kuzovlev, who opted to face out towards the crowd for that move as opposed to in. We'll wait for those results to refresh the confirmed position. So he's in 4th place, 9 seconds left on the clock when he clipped. He's 2 seconds behind Hyung Park, 2 seconds ahead of Mohamed Reza Safdarian. That puts him into 4th, and there Maria Tolokanina now approaching the top part of the ladies' semi-final route, and she is the final athlete to climb in this women's semi-final. Has to top to qualify. We now have in the women's competition 8 athletes all with a top. Has to be a top. She wants to qualify. Emily Bertling currently sitting in the danger zone in 8th place. Maria Tolokanina skipping moves.
Maria devrait nous sortir la voie sans trop de problèmes.
Moving really efficiently through this upper section as she places the Stein by clip 7. Makes clip 7.
Cette année plus particulièrement, oui. Ouais. Allez, pour l'encourager, c'est la dernière, vous lui dire Maria.
Maria.
You can see there how steep that upper panel is, and you can see how close she is to the top. That's clip 8 made and making her way towards clip number 9. One minute 55 on the clock. Needs to top this route with more than 5 seconds left on the clock. Emily Bertling just topped in the nick of time. She has 1 minute 39, so I'd say that that's plenty of time so far, but let's see. Really hard to know. There's clip 9 ahead of her as she reaches down to make it. There it is. And doesn't stop to try and clip above her. Very smart. Matches the top with 45 seconds on the clock. That's going to put her into around 3rd place, which will push any Bertling out of the finals contention. Maria Tolokanina in the finals. In a few moments' time, we'll have those live results. They are provisional until confirmed by the judges. Let's take a look at those final results in just a few seconds. First up is the men's results page. First place, the fastest athlete tonight was Yannick Lothar of Switzerland. Second place, behind him was Luna Ladovon of France. Third place, Young Park of Korea. Fourth place, Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia. Fifth place, Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran. Sixth place, Alexei Marshall of Russia. Seventh place in the finals, Dmitry Grebennikov of Russia. And eighth place in the finals. It disappeared off my screen too fast. I'll have that for you in a second. Young Gun Lee, Young Hye Kwon, Artem Bezegski, Naton Clare, Tristan Ladovon, Kevin Huser, Anton Yemov, and Vladimir Kartashev, making up the bottom half of the table. And of course, the last two athletes in that semi-finals rankings were Alexei Dengin and Nikolai Primarov, both with uncharacteristically low falls. I can confirm that the eighth athlete, if you didn't see it, was Chang Hyun Lee of Korea. So Yannick Lothar, Luna Ladovon, Hyung Park, Nikolai Kuzovlev, Mohammad Reza Safdarian, Alexei Marshallov, Dmitry Grebennikov, and Chang Hyun Lee, making up your men's final tomorrow and your women's finalists tomorrow. Again, these are provisional results until officially confirmed, but they're as good as certain in first place in this women's semi-final round, Petra Klingler of Switzerland. Second place, Zeynep Kobra Musavi of Iran. Third place, Wunxian Shin of Korea. Fourth place, Maria Tolokanina of Russia. Fifth place, Marianne Filipova of Russia. Marianne Smash, the local girl, is sixth place for France. Hanna Song of Korea, seventh. And Emma McSwigan just sneaking in there in eighth. Annie Bertling, absolute heartbreaker for her to top and not be in. In ninth place, Olga Kozak of Poland in 10th. Radka Petkova in 11th for Bulgaria. Vivian Laboriel for Switzerland in 12th. Valeria Bogdan for Russia in 13th, but joint 12th. Cora Jury of France 14th. Lena Vandenberg of the Netherlands in 15th. 16th place, Laura Van Owen of Switzerland. Kendra Stritch of the USA 17th. And Sina Goetz, again, another uncharacteristically low fall, last and 18th place. That concludes the semi-finals here in Champagny-en-Valois. Just to recap, you can get in touch with us while we're not broadcasting. You can use that hashtag Uiaa Aisclimbing or contact me directly on @Liam Lonsdale. It's been a pleasure to have you guys on board. Thank you so much for your support. Until tomorrow, 10 a.m. for speed, 15:45, 3:45 for lead. One more time, 10 a.m. for speed, 3:45, just before 4 o'clock. For lead finals in both. We cannot wait to see you there. It's going to be a beauty. Whatever you're doing, do it safely and do it with heart. Enjoy your evening and good night.